Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Jake. I grew up in a very regular home on the coastal suburbs of Western Australia. Coming from Christian grandparents and going to a nice school, my destiny was pretty much laid out for me. You know the typical speech: study hard, get good grades, go to university to get a good job so you can retire by 65 with a nice house, nice car, whatever. Well, that's what I did. I studied hard and got into university doing a mechatronic engineering degree. It took me nearly 8 years to get my degree, but at this time, I moved out of home as my parents had unfortunately separated. So this left me working 2 jobs either side of classes just to get by and have enough money for the pub every now and again. Anyway, during my final year, I think I averaged about 3 hours sleep a night, but it's okay because it was all going to be worth it once I had my degree. Well, fast forward 6 months and there I am, all suited, working in a nice mining company. Only days away from finishing my internship, I was asked into the boss's office. He wanted to offer me a job on a 2-year contract. Of course I was excited. This is what all that hard work was for. I'm finally going to get that dream job. Well, the boss presented his offer to me and told me I had until the end of the week to make my decision. Wow. This was it, The rest of my life will be made. I will start being able to pay off that $60,000 university debt, right? Well, not quite. I don't know exactly what it was, but those 3 days that followed seemed much different. Here I was with this amazing opportunity to set up myself for the rest of my life. But I couldn't help feel this underlying sense of emptiness and sadness inside of me. Well, over the next 3 days, I observed my co-workers, I spoke to my parents, to my friends, went back and forth in my head about the outcomes of each decision. You see, for me, my dream in life was to travel the world, explore, adventure, and do something magical. I had to ask myself, if I do this, if I take this job, will I be able to live out my dream? See, even if this job provided me with the money, it definitely wasn't going to provide me with the free time. My co-workers were great people, but there was very little excitement in the office and none of them seemed overly happy to be there. Well, Friday rolls around and the boss asked me into his office. I'm so nervous and confused and I'm utterly terrified. But here I was about to make a huge lifetime decision. Was I going to keep my dream a dream? Was I actually going to go and try and chase it? You see, I walked into his office, I sat down and he asked for my decision. Well, against everyone's suggestion, I looked him in the eye and said, I'm really sorry. I just can't take the job. There has got to be more to life than this office building. Well, tell you what, he shook my hand, told me I'd made a very brave decision and that if I was to ever change my mind, I should contact him. Well, I turned around and I started to walk out that door. And I tell you what, I can still feel that same feeling as I talk about it now. With every step I took towards his door, heading out that office, there was this energy and a feeling of complete joy, fear and excitement that grew within me until I took that final step out of the office and boy, I tell you what, I felt like I could have exploded with happiness. Happiness at the freedom, happiness at the excitement of what was to come, happiness at the fact that my life was now in my hands to do with whatever I wanted. It was such a good feeling, such a relief. Well, did I have a plan? No. Did I have a job? Nope, not anymore. But I did have a desire to live out my dream and truly make the most of life. I promised myself that day that I would never work for anyone ever again unless I truly, truly wanted to. Well, soon after that, I was off. Tell you what, I sold everything, headed out traveling, and I was gone. I've now visited over 20 countries. I've climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, I've been snowboarding in Japan, road trips to the Rockies, I flew a plane in New Zealand, I've been rafting in Indonesia and surfing in Mexico. I've trekked with silverback gorillas, been kissed by giraffes, and been diving with dolphins and sea turtles and plenty more. But why do I tell you this? Well, over the last 4 years, I've really enjoyed life. And during that time, I've spent countless hours researching and testing the different habits, success tips, and ways to create a financially free life that enables you to truly live out these biggest dreams of yours. See, if you have goals, if you have ambition, if you have a dream for something different, whether it's big or small, reach out to me, book a free consultation. You literally have nothing to lose. We can sit down and go over some of the things you wrote down in your dream on the previous questionnaire. See, like I said, I tell you all this not to gloat, but to show you that anyone can do this. I don't have mansions or sports cars or a private jet, but I have done a lot with my life already. And this is only the beginning. I'm just a regular guy who has found a way to live out my dreams, and I want to help others do the same, because I know there is much more to life. So, if you are the kind of person who is wanting more, what are you waiting for? Get in touch. Go to the link below and let's get you started on your journey to living out those dreams. Hopefully I'll speak to you soon.